So hello there everyone, welcome back to another video. This time we are dealing with Cambridge number 18. So I'm not going to talk so much, I'm just going to get into work. Alright, so we have sentence completion. These kinds of questions, they follow the order. Also, we have to make sure that we have no more than 2 words. Other than that, we also have true, false, not given. True, false, not given. Urban farming can take place above or below ground. That's number one. Some of the equipment used in aeroponic farming can be made by hand. Can be made by hand. Whoops! Why am I doing this? Excuse me. So can be made by hand. Urban farming relies more on electricity than other types of farming. So fruit and vegetables grown on aeroponic urban farm are cheaper than traditional grown or organic produce. They're cheaper. Most produce can be grown on an aeroponic urban farm at any time of the year. Any time of the year. Beans take longer to grow on an urban farm than other vegetables. So, excuse me for 1 minute. I just want to make sure that I have a good concentration. So, excuse me, guys. However, for the loud noise. So, let's get back to the work. Let's get back to work. So, all right. So we have vertical tubes are used to grow strawberries and something with herbs. However, we can find here. We can find strawberry. Okay, so vertical tubes. On top of striking new exhibition hall in southern Paris, the world's largest urban rooftop farm has started to bear fruit. Strawberries that are small, intensively flavored, and what is that? Resplendently red sprout abundantly from large plastic tubes. Peer inside, and you see the tubes are completely hollow, the roots of dozens of strawberry plants dangling down inside them. From identical vertical tubes nearby burst row upon row of lettuces, and near those are aromatic herbs. So we have strawberry and lettuce. We have this part. We have lettuce. Excuse me, please highlight that. Thank you. So we have question number 1. Lettuce. We have the first one as lettuce. All right. So then there will eventually be daily harvest as much as something. So there's a daily harvest. You need to find the synonym for that. So we have a daily harvest. So such as basil, sage, and peppermint. Opposite in narrow, horizontal trays packed not with soil but with coconut fiber grow cherry tomatoes, shiny aubergines, and brightly colored chards. Pascal Hardy, an engineer and a sustainable development consultant, began experimenting with vertical farm and aeroponic growing towers as the soil-free plastic tubes are known on his Paris apartment block roof 5 years ago. The urban rooftop space above the exhibition hall is somewhat bigger, 14,000 square meters, and almost exactly the size of a couple of football pitches. Already the team of young urban farmers who tended have picked in one day 3,000 lettuces and 150 punnets of strawberry. When remaining two-thirds of the vast open area are in production, 20 staff will harvest up to 1,000 kg of perhaps 35 different variety of fruit and vegetables every day. There you go. Every day means daily. So this is another question number 2. Question number 2 answer is there. So you can see it is following. Question number 1 here. Question number 2 over there. So there will be daily harvest as much as 1,000 kg. Make sure you write the kg as well, because you can't write as much as 1,000 in weight. You have to write kg because there are different kinds of measuring units. So fruit and vegetables. It may be possible that farms produce will account for as much as 10% of the city's something overall. So we're not ever obviously going to feed the whole city in this way, cautions Hardy. In the urban environment, you're working with very significant practical constraints. Clearly, on what you can do and where, But if unused space can be developed like this, there's no reason why you shouldn't eventually target maybe between 5 and 10% of consumption. So it's talking about the city's consumption, urban development. So you need a uh, so you see 10% of the city is something overall. Overall what? Between 5 and 10% of consumption. Of consumption here is the answer. Because you need a. I think the cities. I think you probably need now there, so that's why we highlighted there. I didn't mean to highlight this part. So I think question number 3 is going to be consumption. Consumption. Right, there you go. Now, intensive farming and aeroponic urban farming, we have wide range of something used. All right. So selection, quality good, variety of vegetables, and choosing that can survive along something. Perhaps most significantly, however, this is a real life showcase for the work of Hardy's flourishing urban agriculture consultancy, AgriPulse, which is currently fielding inquiries from around the world to design, build, and equip a new breed of soil-free inner city farm. So I need to find intensive farming. I don't want to read all of them. So we have intensive farming techniques. There we go. Intensive farming techniques that produce them are such huge generations of greenhouse gases. So there's a growth and there's a selection, there's a sale. A wide range of something is used. Techniques pollute air. So greenhouse gases means techniques pollute air. So I don't much like the fact either that they've traveled on average 2,000 refrigerated kilometers to my plate, that their quality is so poor because of the varieties are selected for the capacity of to withstand such substantial journeys. So a wide range of something used. So what is a wide range of what? So we need something here. Quality not good, variety of fruit and vegetables chosen that can survive a long journey. Journey, we have that because you can see substantial journeys, because substantial journey we have over here. This is question number 5. Question number 5, journey. And then, however, wide range of something is used. So something like 17 different pesticides. Okay, I skipped that, looks like. 17 different means wide range. So we have this as question number 4. We take that. So a wide range of pesticides. Pesticides. Something receive very little of overall income. Some means that 80% of the price paid goes to wholesalers and transport companies, not the producers. So the producers get less. Producers. So we have to highlight that. So, and then we're gonna take this again, highlight it over here, and give this question number 5. Whoops, 6. Sorry. There you go. No soil use, nutrients added to water, which is recycled. Produce chosen because of its something. Produce grown using this soil-free method, on the other hand, which relies solely on a small quantity of water. So enriched with organic nutrients, pumped around a closed circuit of pipes. Towards and trays is produced up here and sold locally, just down there. It barely travels at all. Hardy says you can select crop varieties for their flavor. Because of their flavor. Because of means you can select for their flavor. For their flavor. We have this part. All right, there you go. Now, question number 7. Whoops. 7. There we go. And then because of this flavor. Now we have true, false, not given. Urban farming can take place above or below ground. No soil is exhausted, and the water that gently showers the plants roots every 12 minutes is recycled. So the method uses 90% less water than a classic intensive farm for the same yield. Urban farm is not, of course, a new phenomenon. inner city agriculture is booming from Shanghai to Detroit and Tokyo to Bangkok. Strawberries are being grown in disused shipping containers, mushrooms, and underground car parks. There we go. We found another answer. So we have question number 8, which is true. The reason for this is whoops, excuse me. The reason for this true is I want to write the paraphrase here. So above or below ground means above or below ground means here disused shipping containers, which is above, and mushrooms in underground car parks. There you go, which is below. So shipping containers above, mushrooms in underground car parks below. So some of the equipment in aeroponic can be made by hand. Aeroponic farming, he says, is virtuous. The equipment weighs little, can be installed on almost any flat surface, and is cheap to buy, roughly 100 to 150 per square meter. It is cheap to run too, consuming a tiny fraction of the electricity used by some techniques. So this answer, however, we have not given because we do not know. It does not mention whether it can be made by hand. It does not mention. It is saying that it is can be weighs little. One, it can be installed anywhere on a flat surface. It is cheap to buy. Takes 100 to 150 meter per square meters. It is cheap to run too, and also consumes a very tiny fraction of electricity used by some techniques. So therefore, however, it does not say it can be made by hand. So urban farming relies more on electricity than some other types of farming. Okay, produce grown this way typically sells at price that, while generally higher than those of classic intensive agriculture. There you go. So they're saying produce grown this way. This way is talking about the. This way is talking about the what is that aeroponic or something. Produce grown this way typically sells at a price that, while generally higher than those of classic intensive agriculture. Intensive agriculture means intensive farming. Are lower than soil-based organic flowers. So I think I don't want to highlight that part, but I'm just gonna give it this part, question number 10, which makes a lot more sense. However, here this is going to be false, because no, urban farming relies more on electricity than other types of farming. No, produce grown this way typically sells at price that urban farming is this one. Urban farming is people in Detroit, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Bangkok. Within the city, they grow in shipping containers, mushroom, and underground car parks, which is urban, which means farming in the city, within the city. But and it's saying that this way. However, I would say that produce grow these ways. I think it's going to make more sense. So I think now fruits. So that's why it's going to be false. It says that this one is, while generally higher, but here it's saying it's what is that? Hold on, did I make a mistake? So urban farming relies more on electricity. There are limits to what farmers can grow this way, of course, and much of produce is suited to summer months. We have another answer here, another answer over here. I guess I didn't make any mistakes. So fruits and vegetables grown in aeroponic urban farm are cheaper than traditionally grown organic pre. Okay. So cheaper than traditional. So there are limits to farmers can grow this way, of course, and much of the produce is suited to summer months. Summer months, I think summer months over here can be grown at any time of the year. No, not any time of the year. It's grown only on summer months. I'm gonna take that part, and I'm gonna give this a question number 12. However, are cheaper. I think this one is true. This one has got to be true. I think I made a mistake here, because cheaper than traditionally grown. I know this is going to be question number 11. I made a mistake here, guys. This is going to be question number 11. Relies more on electricity. Uh, no, it does not rely more on electricity. Consume a tiny fraction of the. This is the part of the answer. I made a mistake here. This is going to be question number 10. This is where it is tiny fraction, but it does not consume more. It means consuming a tiny fraction of the electricity used by some techniques. It is comparing. It is saying it uses less electricity than some other techniques. Beans take longer to grow on an urban farm than other vegetables. Root vegetables we cannot do, at least not yet, he says. Radishes are okay, but carrots, potatoes, that kind of thing, the roots are simply too long. Fruit are obviously not an option, and beans tend to take up a lot of space for that, uh, for not much return. For not much return, they take longer to grow. They take longer to grow on an urban farm than other vegetables. Nevertheless, urban farming of the kind being practiced, and beans tend to take up a lot of space, but we don't know how much time it takes to grow. So that's why it's going to be no given. Again, there we go, guys. Yeah, we finished the passage. There you go. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. And if you found it helpful, make sure to like it. If you don't like it, you can tap the you can smash the dislike button as well. On the other hand, if you also have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't, because most of you, majority part of you guys, have not subscribed. And of course, if there are any friends you think need these kinds of walkthroughs, make sure to share it as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next episode.